Hi, my name's Nick. I'm a PhD student in molecular medicine, and in this piece of content, I'm going to briefly answer if it is possible that coronavirus, or COVID-19, is a man-made virus based on a recent review published in Nature. And that's a highly reputable biology journal, not Trees. You can find the review linked to this content as well as my notes explaining some of the jargon. With that said, let's answer the question in quick order. We can answer the question of if this virus is man-made or not by looking at a few clues. The coronavirus is made up of proteins, just like any other biological thing, and a specific piece of that virus, known as a spike protein, with a receptor binding domain that is used to attach to a receptor found on human cells, known as angiotensin converting enzyme, or ACE. Once attached, it can affect the cell. That receptor binding domain is made up of a series of amino acids, just like all proteins are made of amino acids. This receptor binding domain is made up of 6 amino acids, of which 5 are different from the first coronavirus to induce panic in the world. Now, I'm telling you all this because it's our first clue. This receptor binding domain has a high affinity for the ACE receptor in human cells, meaning it really likes the receptor and will bind to it often. However, its interaction with the ACE receptor is characterized as not ideal, giving us a clue that it might bind something else better, maybe something non-human. If this were a purposefully created biological weapon, you'd imagine it would be created with an ideal receptor binding domain to be more effective and thereby deadlier. The second clue is in the animals in the Wuhan market, where the virus is believed to have originated. 2 animals in particular, a bat and a pangolin. Bats have a coronavirus of their own that is 96% identical to our coronavirus, but we couldn't have gotten it from bats because the spike protein I mentioned earlier does not attach well to our cells, thereby making viral entry into our cells a no-go. However, pangolins also have a coronavirus, and oddly enough, the pangolin coronavirus does have a similar receptor binding domain. So if these 2 animals were in close contact over and over again, these 2 viruses could have mutated and, in a way, cross-pollinated to form our coronavirus that shares the necessary traits of both to affect humans. This is strong circumstantial evidence. However, there is still one mystery. So these 2 clues offer evidence that this is not man-made. However, it could have also escaped from a lab. Some of the coronaviruses are studied in biosafety level 2 laboratories, which is not the strictest biosafety we scientists use. And there have been cases where viruses have escaped. It is possible, although unlikely, that this virus could have mutated over and over in a laboratory and then infected or escaped from the lab, causing its spread, which would have otherwise been harmless if it had not mutated in a particular way to make it infectious to humans. However, keep in mind that the virus would have to mutate multiple specific ways, creating a similarity in structure, but also a similarity in receptor binding domain, plus another mutation I did not cover, but is in the review for it to become infectious. So, it is far more likely that already primed viruses like those in the bat and pangolin mixed, and then more likely mutations occurred, leading to infectious virus known as COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2. So, is this foolproof evidence? No. However, it is biochemically and genetically backed evidence that creates a strong line of evidence that this virus is not man-made. And if it were, whoever made it sucks at making biological weapons. With that said, I hope this proved informative, and I hope to have the pleasure of speaking with you in the next one. Cheers.